All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? They know they pay money to join them. It don't hot to na dangerous clash. David clash where we say they happen for Imo State to. They say government don't break into Imo State, say they don't send to a monarch in Imo State to judgment to. They say they don't send the people to judgment. Say the thing where we say, they happen for Imo State. Now say no be smart, you know. Say make everybody dey on kunkumo. You know wetin be kunkun now. Say make everybody dey on guard. Meanwhile, you need to understand that as it stands now in Imo State, that there are too many autonomous communities in Imo State. Yes, unlike the olden days when if you come in a particular town or in a community, and you will see only one king, Oba or Eze. For example, if you go to Onitsha, they call their own Oba. If you come to Imo State, Abia State, they use Eze. Then if you go to the other part of Anambra, you hear something like Igwe, like people, your local government, Obunike, these other places. But something, because of politics and because politicians understood the game of divide and rule, this is how these politicians entered Imo State during the time of Governor Rochas Okorocha, the former governor of Imo State. Because he wanted to divide and rule. He wanted to say, okay, he reasoned to himself, and he was thinking of a way to make people to vote for him for the second tenure. Because his first tenure, at a time, people started applauding him. But when people found out that he was doing substandard works, like substandard flyovers, substandard roads, substandard buildings, and the rest, including the time when a little boy named Chisom was shot in Imo State because Rochas Okorocha wanted to demolish the economy market. During these seasons, because there have been a lot of chaos in the community and the politicians do not know, especially during the time of Rochas Okorocha, how to penetrate into the mind of the people once again, because he felt that his battle was lost. And that was when the politicians now introduced the game of autonomous community. Now, that was when Imo State started dividing their communities, because the governor now, gave them that honor. You have your right. If you come out to a particular number of people, you can divide yourself and become an autonomous community of your own. And that is how different Ezes, many Ezes, started rising in Imo State. And today, even in this time of Governor Hope Uzodinma, of course, you know that election is coming soon. He has already introduced this, there is this ideology that he has introduced into each autonomous community. The team says each autonomous community with a different business idea. That is to say that whatever business idea you brings in you will be able to come up with in your community, that the government will sponsor it. But what they don't understand is that this is like setting a trap for a rat. It's a trap to trap these people so that he will be able to achieve his aim in the upcoming 2023 gubernatorial election that is currently going to hold on September in Imo State. And as it stands now, we have been hearing a lot of news of these monarchs losing their lives, either through kidnap, either through gunshot, either through many means that these people have been losing their life. And this is coming up because the government has entered into the tradition of the people. Meanwhile, in the olden days, the Igbo tradition was separated from that of government, though the Igbo people had already an existing democratic system of government before the coming of the British civilization. Yes, the democracy has been there in the Igbo land before the coming of the British civilization, before the coming of the colonial masters. Because then there is this report that says that they went to the northern part and they did a call. Everybody came out. They went to the west, did the same thing. But when they came down to the southeast and made this call, they found out that the southeast had already a existing democratic system of government among them, whereby that you see people like the Omonna, you see people like the Omoada, you see people like the Ndinze and the Ndiozo. Then you now see the king that rules over all these people. Now, how these people handle the matter is that, for example, in a kindred where something comes up, it is handled in the family. If the family cannot handle it, they take it to the Omona, that's the kindred or the kinsman. If the kindred could not handle it, they will take it to the person's age grade if he's a man. If it's a woman, they will take it to the Omoada. Then if it is a family problem, it can also be taken to the Omoada to handle also. And if these cases are beyond the kinsman or the kindred or the Omoada, that's the women who are born in a particular society, the age grade of that person, they will now take the matter to the Obi, that's in the community. And if that is not handled in the community, that is when the Eze will now hear of the matter. And that is how the Igbo people also answer to their meetings. When you call them for a meeting, they have to move from these echelons of power, from this hierarchy of power, to be able to, they will have to make inquiries. Okay, this person is calling us. You have to pass through those hierarchies before you'll be able to get the Igbo people to come and answer to your meeting. And when the white man saw this thing, he also came with the issue of divide and rule. That's divide these people. That's the only way you will be able to rule them. He now started giving the position of what we know as Kotma then, Kotman. Though some people call it Kotma, but it is known as Kotman. Where the white man will come into a community and raise up one paramount chief. It is called a paramount chief or a Kotman who will be overseeing there. And what these people do is that they take somebody that does not really agree with what is happening in the community and make the person the Kotman, which is a saboteur that will be bringing information from the community to the white man. And this is the system that today's politicians are also using now. And this is what is currently happening in Imo State. If you have been in doubt of what is actually going on in Imo State about the killing of these monarchs. Meanwhile, let me take you down to that news. I wanted to do this exposition for you so that you will be able to understand and grasp what is actually happening in the Igbo land. They say gunmen on Monday have murdered 2 traditional rulers from Abo and Ezinihite Mbise local government area of Imo State, while one monarch hailed from Nguru in Abombise. The other was from Obama community in Ezinihite Mbise. They were shot dead by fleeing gunmen at about 3 p.m. on Monday. So they see wetin the sub say e don dey shele. All these things wey be say they happen now because say election don come over. And governor don told them say any community wey be say una bring business, they say the government go support the business, give una money. Na a brother don dey kill brother. Say the people wey be say we get this day, they say cat dey chop cat, dog dey chop dog. But before, they like that, na because greediness don't enter Igbo man's heart. But meanwhile, you remember that those days, we hear about the Igbo people, the statement that says, Onyaya na one near, Onyaya na one near. And it was very strong among the Igbo people that all over the world, the Igbo people were recognized because of their togetherness and oneness. That Anna said that if you move from here to Abuja and see an Igbo man, 2 of you becomes brother, whether you are coming from the same community, from the same state, or from the same town. But because evil, Mpuna and Nloroaka has entered into the community and into the mind of the people, and of course, you know that the new generation will be say we dey inside, they want carry money sharp. Nobody want to use their intellect. Nobody want to use their wisdom. Nobody want to even search to see what is it really that God has given to me that I can maximize and become what I am meant to be. And meanwhile, still remember that you are still within your corpus, where we say they talk to you, everything where we say they happen, my work, not to chook mouth, the chook nose, everywhere where we say, you know, concern you. Make somebody no chook eye for a phone, I be for network, internet, slap me one day, make my ear no gumbo. So, meanwhile, make I the wind down the cutting here, see they go. And if this is your first time of joining me on this wonderful channel, please kindly go and subscribe to our channel because they know they pay money to do them. Ngwa kwa mesiano kachineke gozi again.